Clash at the Castle 2024 in Scotland is now officially in the books. It officially has been wrapped up. And it was a pretty entertaining show, and it was a fun show with some great matches, some crazy outcomes, overall though, board, everything was great. But before we get into that, remember to like and subscribe. We got more wrestling content on the way, so stay tuned. Back to the video. The card was looking great, but we first start off the night, which was really crazy. They started the opening night with this because it's great that they did, because the other match we'll get into later deserves the main event. But that is Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles in an I Quit match. This match was great. It was able to show, how the fans love Cody Rhodes. We're also getting Cody with blood in the match. AJ hitting some nasty moves on Cody, basically antagonizing through the whole match. But the one thing I did like that they added was Mama Rhodes into it. Mama Rhodes! I love that they added that play into that. That little feel added something different to it, and it was kind of a nice different kind of angle of a match, you could say, into the overall story of the whole match, even to the point where Cody Rhodes' mom, after AJ's pointing at her and yelling at her throughout the match, she just slaps AJ 3 times, which I thought was funny. These two just work super well together. AJ and Cody, I don't know what it's about them, but they just work so well together. Get to this one nasty move as well, where Cody Rhodes, got handcuffed over by AJ, and proceeds when AJ's trying to hit this chain phenomenal form. Cody throws a chair, and then AJ flies into the ropes, hits the apron, and kind of almost falls right into a table on the side. It was pretty nasty bump, but it was pretty crazy. But overall, we get towards the ending where Cody Rhodes, gets his comeback hits, one crossroad, then a second crossroad, and a third crossroads, but then proceeds to handcuff AJ Styles to a corner on the ropes, and then grabs the steel steps. Cody Rhodes is about to hit AJ Styles with the steel steps, and then AJ Styles says, "I quit." Because there's steel steps in story-wise, kayfabe-wise. Yeah, you don't want to get hit by steel steps. And it's he's basically gonna blunder him. I get that, but at the same time, it felt very weird because I feel like they could have had at least 5 or 10 minutes. The match was going great. I just feel like there could have been more to cook on the match. But it was just felt kind of flat on how they did it. I understand what they were doing. It was just kind of out of nowhere, and it was just kind of ruined the moment. But still, overall, it was a great match. Cody Rhodes won, and he's still your champion. But then, of course, we have to get to the end towards when Cody's walking to the ramp. And then, of course, here pops up out of nowhere, we have Mr. Weekend Solo Sikoa himself, the Walmart bloodline, come out here to confront him. And then when I saw this, I was just like,
hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Then, of course, you have Tanga Loa come over at Cody Rhodes with Solo. Because Randy Orton comes in, Kevin Owens comes in to help him. But Randy Orton, you were staring a little bit too long at Cody Rhodes' title. Now we get into the next match of the night, and that was the Triple Threat Women's Tag Team match for the Tag Team Champions, which is Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, Alba Fire, Isla Dawn versus the defending champions of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. To me, it was still a pretty good match, but I love how this match played to everybody's strengths, because it was Bianca Belair, and we can kind of capitalize on her, but then Jade Cargill comes in, and Jade Cargill being that powerhouse in this match was super great of them adding that into it. And I thought it was a good match. There was times where I thought they all blended well, and then there's other times they didn't blend well. I feel like we have to talk about the obvious spot where Jade Cargill trying to hit that, jump over the top rope, come in and start doing her stuff. And of course, there's got to be something wrong with those ropes, because there was 2 other times where there was issues with these ropes in a bunch of the matches tonight. But either way, it happens. It happens here and there, so I don't put any blame on her. So people put blame on her, you gotta stop that. That's just stupid. Then we get to the final sequence where Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair hit their finisher, and Jade is about to pin Shayna. Then out of nowhere, Isla Dawn comes over, German suplexes Jade Cargill. Isla Dawn comes over and pins Jade Cargill to become your new women's tag team champions. I always thought there was a chance, but I didn't believe it, because Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are major stars. But right now, this triple threat match was the perfect way to get those titles off of them, because I honestly believe the singles title divisions on Raw and SmackDown heavily really need these two. So I don't know if it's like Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are going to continue as a team, potentially get a rematch on SmackDown or Money in the Bank, or are they going to go separate ways, or I don't know where they're really going with this, but I'm interested to see where they go, because either way, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire get a good reign this time, because I'm hoping they don't get fallen down to the card, because Alba Dawn and Alba Fire, they're not big giant stars, so I'm hoping that they don't just fall from the card and don't be put on cards at TV. I'm hoping they get actual screen time, because they deserve it, because I'm so happy that Isla Dawn and Alba Fire won, because they deserve it. They were screwed out of that stupid stuff with Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler last year, because I feel like they should have won that, and then they just got screwed with the momentum because they weren't on TV barely for just almost the rest of the year. So finally them being on TV, getting this moment, Alba Fire getting this moment, being a warrior because what she's been going through, absolutely amazing. I'm so happy for them, because the Unholy Union, those two girls, they deserve that win, so I'm completely happy for them. So congrats to Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to being your new Women's Tag Team Champions. Then we get into our next match of the night, and that was Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. If Sami Zayn and a Chad Gable match is always going to be a banger, and match-wise, it's going to be a banger. We've seen it. This is their third match, and they have killed it. They always, every single time these guys have a match, it's just amazing. They kill it in matches with each other, so it's absolutely great. First half of this match, them going back and forth, was absolutely great. But then this last half is where everything kind of felt badly, because it turned away from it just being a match between Sammy and Chad to where it just turned to focusing on an Alpha Academy story, and I was just kind of like, what about the match? You guys kind of just completely forgot about it. But either way, they do some callbacks, where Maxine, I don't know if I'm gonna hit Sami Zayn, Otis doesn't know if he's gonna do it, and then when the Chad Gable and Sami Zayn on the outside, they do a repeat for the Monday Night Raw where Sami Zayn throws Chad Gable into Maxine's leg, gets hit onto the leg, and Chad Gable is sitting there next to Otis, and Otis confronts him and whatever, and then of course Maxine's yelling at him, and then Otis just picks her up, walks away. Chad Gable gets distracted, Sami Zayn comes in with the haluva kick, 1, 2, 3, Sami Zayn is still Intercontinental Champion. I did not like this at all, because there's multiple reasons why. Because the reason why I did not like this is because every single thing they've repeated in this Alpha Academy, or should I hit him, should I not hit him, ooh this, ooh that, they have legit did everything they've been doing for months, especially everything they should did in this match is what they recently did on an episode on Monday Night Raw. It's just a repeat, and I'm like, I understand Triple H wants to drag out these stories and build them at certain moments. This was the best moment to do it, because even Sami Zayn saying this is it, this is done, this is his last chance of ever getting that title shot at the IC Championship, and it's like, what does Chad Gable have to do? He's lost it multiple times. He's lost to Gunther, he's lost to Sami Zayn 3 times. What does this man have to do? Win a championship? I just feel like I get this possibly more with this story, but at the same time too, it's just kind of like the dude has lost it 3 times. How are you going to see him as credible beating Sami Zayn another time if he has a match? Because only place I could see potentially Sami Zayn losing the title is at Money in the Bank, possibly next Monday Night Raw. We get the Creed brothers finally teaming with them, and then maybe Sami Zayn tries to help, and then yada yada you, so on and so forth. They could kick out the Old Alpha Academy. If this is the final straw, the Creed brothers have to come in soon, like the next episode of Monday Night Raw, and then we have to have the last match of Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable, and Chad Gable has to win, because if he loses, Chad Gable should be nowhere near the IC title, because this man consistently loses and cannot win the freaking title. Congrats to Sami Zayn for retaining his championship. Anyways, they still had a banger of a match, so either way, it was still a good match. Now we get into our second last match of the night, and that was Bayley versus Piper Niven, and they felt kind of flat in this, and that was not even in the match way. I'm talking about more about the entrances, because they kind of gave so much to the Scott crowd, where they gave him an I Quit match at the beginning, then you give them this big moment of Alba Dawn and Alba Fire winning, so it kind of felt sad that when it came out, they didn't really get the big pops that Bayley and Piper Niven would have gotten like they did in the press conference and at SmackDown. But either way, I felt like the first half of this match was a bit slow, but either way, I feel like the rest of it was very, very fun. To me, I enjoyed this match. I feel like they're getting going back and forth. They really presented Piper as that big threat, but I do kind of hate that they kind of took away Chelsea soon in the beginning. But either way, it was funny when she came back in that Rey Mysterio match. It was funny as heck. And then of course, Piper hitting this dragon driver that I feel like, I don't know, I thought it broke Bayley's neck. neck or like decapitated her because how deadly it looked. Then of course, you know, Bayley, when Piper tries to come over, swing Bayley down, Bayley as the veteran capitalizes, counters her, pins her down as 1, 2, 3, and to me, it was a perfect ending. It makes Piper look safe, saves her, doesn't make you look clean in defeat because Bayley didn't beat her one-on-one. That could easily build to Bayley versus Nia at SummerSlam. They can use that as a story element, so overall that works perfectly. And Bayley, again, another successful title defense. So happy for her. Congrats to Bayley on the retaining her women's championship. So congrats to Bayley. Then we get into a final match of the night, and that, which I'm happy that this main evented because it needed a main event. There was no one else that should be main eventing this, and that is Drew McIntyre versus the defending champion Damian Priest. In this match, to me, honestly, it did everything that I knew it possibly would do, but to me, I still thought this was my favorite match of the night. I really loved it from Drew McIntyre coming in the Scotland crowd, just being on his side, cheering and loving him. Damian basically being hostile territory, booing and going, hitting him and everything. It was absolutely great. Damian and Drew going back and forth is bringing the crowd up more hyped and hyped, consistently going throughout the entire match. But then we get to this one weird point of where Damian Priest is trying to hit this move where he runs into the top rope, does this flip like he's consistently done multiple times. A leg or ankle gets stuck in between the ropes and the rope is kind of twisted. I'm just like, well, what's going on with these ropes? And hopefully, fingers crossed that he is not injured. I am so hoping, because that would just suck out of all of this, that his ankle would be broken or something happened to him. So I'm hoping he is okay, fingers crossed. But either way, that was just a gnarly moment. Luckily, Drew was able to pivot and change and able to focus on the moment to make it seem like it was a part of the match. But either way, they recovered from that. Was hitting some great moves. I don't know if Damian Priest is just a very good seller or he did really mess up his leg or ankle, but he looks amazing in that match. I feel like it elevated the match even more, added more to the match. Just hitting the Razor's Edge, able to hitting this, top rope Hurricanrana, been hitting a freaking Drew hitting a Claymore, freaking Priest into the barricade, which was just crazy. But then we get to the point that everyone is talking about. That is where they're in the ring. Drew shoves Damian and it hits the ref. The ref goes flying, and then of course Drew McIntyre was able to capitalize, runs off the ropes, hits Damian Priest with a Claymore. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drew's waving for a ref, and he's waiting for. And then you see this camera, we see a ref running, but we can't see them. You see someone slided. It's the 1, 2, 3, and then he stops. And then you see camera pans, and it's CM Punk. We knew somehow CM Punk was going to be involved in this match, and this is how he got involved. And to me, they did a perfect job of cutting the camera, seeing who was running in, because you had to realize, like, who is that for a second? And then you realize who it was. It was honestly perfect. Then what you have is Drew McIntyre seeing him grabbing him, start joking him. CM Punk low blows him. Then Damian Priest gets up, hits the South of Heaven. 1, 2, 3, and it's still your World Heavyweight Championship. But to me, I thought this was perfect, even though those fans outrage, oh, it's Drew's moment, it should have been this. I'm like, nah. But also, too, it just makes sense the storyline match, because to me personally, I don't think Drew versus CM Punk needs the title. I feel like this is going to make it more about the title than this actual blood feud. And to me, this adds so much more. Drew McIntyre, the same story goes. He can't get his mind off of CM Punk. He wants to keep talking crap, keeps on trolling. Drew McIntyre found out the hard way. If you mess with CM Punk, this is what happens. And I thought they did it perfectly in a creative way to have to make CM Punk intervene in Drew McIntyre's match. But overall, I did enjoy this main event, though. I thought it was a great match. And now I'm just even 10 times more interested in this Drew McIntyre story with CM Punk. But I am wondering what is next for Mr. El Champion Damian Priest. But overall, still a good match. But hey, this is just my thoughts, my reviews on over Clash of Casual 2024 in Scotland. But let me know down in the comments. What was your favorite match? What's your least favorite match? What do you think of us having new champions, the women's tag team champions? Or what do you think of the main event of Damian Priest retaining? Let me know down in the comments. To hit that like and subscribe button. We have to see what will be next for Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. We have to wait and find out. So go, shoot, bye-bye, go.